We are back on the Good Tymez Show with our guest, Shawnna.
Welcome, Shawnna.
Thank you. What's up, sir?
Not
Nothing
much.
much.
So you in the studio working right now as we speak, huh?
Right now, as we speak, I am in New York in the studio with French Montana, baby.
That is dope. That is dope.
What's up? Okay, so going back down your history, you were the first female signed to DTP. How was that being the first girl? Like, did you always feel like you had to compete against the guys and try and be number one, and like you guys would go back and forth? Like, how was that experience?
It was really dope. Like, DTP was really a family. We joked a lot. We really joked too much. Sometimes we didn't get a lot of work done, but that was good for our creativity because at the same time, we got to know each other really well like that. So it was never a competition between us all. It was just like, we helped keep each other going. We challenge each other in a very constructive way, but it was all for the team at the end of the day.
Right.
Okay.
Well, now let's go back down history lane real quick to refresh everybody. You had it popping with Getting Some. That was one of a single that just skyrocketed through. And during that time, the female industry wasn't what it is now. Like back then, you pretty much had like the brat. You was doing your thing. So it wasn't like it is now. So do you feel like back then to now, like this is the best moment as a female rapper, opposed to back then? Do you see a difference?
Well, honestly, I don't know if it's the best moment because we've had so many struggles now. I know we got a long way to go, but this is something that I personally have been waiting for so long. Back when it was like that, it was we was very far and very few. I would always be like, yo, what's going on? Why is it not happening for all the women? Why are we not networking with each other? What's up? We hating on each other too much? What's going on? Because, you see, it's enough for us all to eat. The game is wide open right now. I'm loving that right now as far as females in the industry are concerned.
Absolutely. I mean, because when you look at it, it's sometimes being signed to another artist. It's like a male artist may not know really how to market and push a female. Do you think that was a little bit of it with Ludacris back then?
Well, I don't really like to fault anybody for anything. We all are learning every day. I definitely agree with you on the fact that a man can't really market a woman. It takes much more to market a woman than it does a man. As far as the look. The look is so important. If your hair, your wardrobe, your makeup, they don't really pay as much attention to that. You know what I'm saying? Because with a guy, you can just throw some trues on and get that fresh cut, and he good. Throw some diamonds and some shades, and I'm saying he looking like he $1 million. But with women, oh my God,
It's a
3 hours in the makeup
things.
chair, 3 hours in wardrobe, 3 hours all, and they don't understand that. So a lot of times, that's a big argument with women and the men that surrounding they projects and stuff like that.
Now, are you and Ludacris still cool? Do y'all speak or have y'all spoken since you've been doing your thing now?
We don't really speak like we used to. Everything is still love, though. Of course, when the media gets a hold of a situation like that, they want to generally assume, it went down bad. They hate each other. They're going to send shots at each other. It's nothing like that. It just became to a point to where the business just wasn't where we wanted it to be, and we mutually agreed that, we would part ways.
Now, what actually happened? Because you hear a lot of speculation, you hear a lot of stories, and we try our best here at the Good Tymez Show not to buy into that, not to go off of that or rumors. So, did y'all mutually agree to just step away, and then you just fell back for a minute, or what was it?
Yeah, when it gets to a point, like I said, we were family. When it gets to a point where arguments are taking place, like we two strangers in the street, and it's going on, and the business is just not connecting on both ends. It's messing with our creativity and stuff like that. We valued our friendship more than we did the business relationship.
That's good.
Okay.
And that's what it was all based upon.
Okay.
It's hard to explain that to people because that's not a good story. They want drama. They want beef. But it wasn't like that. And I know nowadays right now, a little bit shots at whoever he upset with. I'm like, whoa, So we don't get involved in that. It's cool. I wish Disturbing the Peace and the staff, the artists, nothing but success and the most success. But right now, it is all about she's alive. It's all about and I'm showing them that I'm back in the booth. I'm still doing what I do. I mean, my fans, they've been so loyal to me for so long. I've been gone, and I just appreciate that so much. So right now, I'm just in the studio. I'm just working like crazy.
Okay, so with your 2 new singles coming up, what else have you been doing? Have you been looking at any movie films, any hot videos coming up, any tours, anything like that?
Yeah, we just shot a video called Big and Fat. It did really well. I picked it up. We did like 150,000 views in a day.
Wow.
I can't take all the credit because I actually had a couple of adult stars come and make some cameos. I had Big Booty Delicious, a whole round of Chicago celebrities. So it's really a good look. Y'all need to check that out. It's called Big and Fat.
Okay. We definitely gonna check that out. So now, like, for the time that you kind of fell back, like, what was you doing? Was you kind of just chilling, studying your craft? Like, what you been doing?
I have children, and this game takes time away from family. You miss things. You miss first steps. You miss first teeth, first days of school, and I just had to balance it out. I had to ask myself, is what I'm doing right now really worth missing those moments in my children's lives? And it wasn't. So, anybody that's mad at me for that, hey, what can I say?
Right.
I put the kids before this. This is my second job. My first job is being a mom. This is my second job. So definitely, the lead was initially because of what went down between me and the company. But, the longevity of it was due to me, just wanting to be with my family, just reconnect with home and, take a deep breath. That was really, that was really devastating for me. So it wasn't nothing I could just jump up the next day and brush off.
Right, absolutely. Now, was you chilling at home one day and just was watching TV and videos? Was like, yo, like this Nicki Minaj and Diamond and all these girls popping off. Like, okay, let me get back on my craft. It's time for me to come out now. Or was it just once you was done making sure the home set was right, you was like, okay, now let me jump back in?
Honestly, yeah. I was cheerleading. I was cheerleading on the sidelines for Nick, for Diamond, for Trina, for everybody, and it was motivation. I cannot lie. It definitely was motivation, but honestly, my biggest motivation was my fans that just stayed, would reach out to me like, what's up? Please give us something new. Just give us something. I'm like, man, if these people believe in me like that, so I gotta believe in myself like that. It's time to get back at it, And the more I started working and bumping into more artists, they just like, yo, G, you never had no time. You need to do it, man. You need to do it, and it was very motivating. So it shot me back into work mode, and it's no looking back.
Right.
Okay, so your new single, Talking That. Who produced that, and like, how did you come about that? Were you just in the studio and you just like start writing down things and it just came about?
Absolutely. It's actually produced by a homegrown Chicago-based producer, Young Chop. He's blowing up on the scene right now. I heard about Chief Keef and King Louis and the whole Chicago scene. Young Chop is pretty much doing all the production of those artists right now.
Okay. Now, Chicago got some roots going on with music right now. You should, are you signed to a deal right now, or are you just kind of doing your independent thing?
No, I'm just doing my indie thing right now. I've created enough relationships within the industry, as far as labels, the radio, and artists, that right now I don't really need a label to facilitate what I'm trying to do. I definitely can help hold this down.
Not to cut you off, Princess. Now this is just my opinion, because like I remember the whole movement of Shawnna and when you first hit the market. And to me, this is my opinion, I think a great person that you should link with and work label-wise with is Kanye. I mean, y'all Chicago-based, but he just seems to be able to produce hot music for artists, but also allow artists
to be themselves.
Yeah, to be themselves. Have you ever thought about reaching out to him, saying, what's up with some Chicago love?
Yeah, that's great. I grew up with Kanye.
Okay.
We grew up in the same neighborhood, went to the same high school, so I know Ye. Like, we actually got in the studio when I was signed to DTP. But the beat that we worked on ended up going in his project. So after that, it just, he just been gone. I ain't been able to get with him. So, as soon as I can get back with Kanye, man, y'all, you can only imagine what we're going to do, with the history that we have. I mean, let alone that, that's my homie.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, being an independent artist now, do you feel like there's a big difference between being signed and being an independent artist?
There's a big difference because, of course, if you're trying to grow and get out there and reach the masses, you definitely need a company that's capable of doing such. So right now, you just kind of use what you got via the internet, CDs, basically just the internet, whatever blog sites you can have show you some love. You get these DVDs rotating out here. I mean, it's definitely different. It's much harder independently, but the internet has made it much easier. But the way the labels are set up now with these crazy deals, nobody's really trying to sign a major deal right now. It's just they're taking too much money from you. It's like you can make way more money independently than signing your life away to some label.
Well, I've definitely internet made it a lot easier. I mean, if you think back into the day, you had to go deal with record pools, you had to deal with A&R reps, then you had to go through this meeting. So independently now, like you said, the internet makes it a little bit easier to kind of shop your records. You can kind of like now, you can reach out to radio shows and we can do interviews. So you don't really need the label for too much. So I mean, I support independent movement because the money is more. You might not be, as in the industry, it's a lot of cats that may have #1 videos, but their contracts, they're not really making any money.
Absolutely.
So TV.
That's the thing. And these artists are catching on now that you can set up your own website and sell your own CDs, sell your own T-shirts, sell your own whatever. And it's your money. It's your profit. And that's why you see every Tom, Dick, and Harry trying to be the next Jay-Z.
Right. Now let me ask you a question. What is the misconception that everybody thinks when you sign a deal? Because let's say for you, I'm quite sure your homegirls and everybody you grew up with, when they heard you was signing Ludacris, because the perception of TV makes people think, okay, she signed to Ludacris, she's a millionaire, she got cake, she's caking off, she's financially set for life. What is the misconception that people do not know about going into the entertainment business for a young girl right now that's trying to get in?
Okay, I definitely think the most general misconception is that you instantly into this abundance of money. Even if they hear about you signing a $500,000 deal, maybe even $1 million deal, what they don't know is 90% of that million or $500,000 is going to your project, which is going to be recouped, meaning they're giving you money that they're going to get back anyway. And that 10% that you make, the majority of that is going to go to Uncle Sam. So when you get through trying to buy your 2012 car and your condo in the loop, you broke.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not the million. You never made $1 million. They put $1 million up to make that and much more off of you that you'll never see.
Right.
Wow.
So basically,
and this story has been told. Now, I can tell you the best person that ever broke this down and rest our soul is Lisa Lopez. She did a television special to where they added the numbers up. She took it from 1 million down to 0 and broke it down in like for a 3-year-old to understand that it's not your money. That is the biggest misconception, that as soon as you get a deal, all this money is yours. No, it's not.
wow.
No, you can have $1 million deal and still be living in your mama's basement. You might have a nice car and a nice thing, but that's gonna be it.
So that's why touring is very important, because that money goes straight to you guys, right?
And you took that right out of my mouth. That's what I was going to say. That's why you see so many artists trying to stay relevant, stay on the road, put those club joints out so they can stay rocking in the clubs. Because that's your money. That's really the only money that you're going to see. Unless God blesses you and you become the next Mariah Carey or, like I said, Jay-Z or T.I., and you out there grossing millions of dollars from endorsements, and you're doing features with other artists that are doing the same type of, the same level of entertainment, then yeah, you're going to start seeing money off the record deal, off royalties is what I'm trying to say. But until then, your brand is your show. The brand of your shows, and they think it's really, really easy, and it's not, because it's a lot of rappers, man.
That's true.
It's a lot of rappers out here, man, and they all blind, and then they all trying to win. It's like crabs in the bucket.
Yeah.
Now, are you doing any tours or any appearances that you have coming up?
Yeah. We're not really a tour right now. We're just doing some random booking. I've been working with Deborah Anthony of Mazay Entertainment. She's trying to put together a tour of women, such as me, Trina, like the Lola Love, all the Up Diamond, all the niggas bubbling and doing their thing right now.
That's hot.
Yeah, so I'm definitely praying on that to go through. But right now, just, when the promoters call and book me, we come dead out there and we spin it up.
That's hot.
That would be hot. Now, with all your singles coming up, are there like talks of an album maybe?
Well, right now I'm just taking it step by step. I'm glad that we did so well with the mixtape. I'm getting wonderful feedback from it. I want to just continue to just generate music and get the fans' attention back on me. If a label approaches me with a decent deal, because they got to remember I do this and I've done this, and I've fought hard to get out of the situation, so I know it now. So they really want to come with it. Until then, I'm not looking to sign with a label doing an album like that. So, and then like we said, it's only so much you can do independently. So the mixtape thing is really cool for me right now because, it keeps me in rotation. It definitely got me out here working with the Co-Boys, with French Montana right now. We sent it up to the studio last night. Shout out to them, man. They some hard workers.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are definitely hard workers.
I think with the change of the industry, what you're doing is very smart. A lot of people try to come back and drop 1 or 2 songs and then do an album and it doesn't move. Mm-hmm. But to me, I've been around radio for almost 10, 15 years now, and I don't really think the young generation is buying albums. I think what you're doing is smart. You drop some mixtape songs, drop some singles on iTunes, sell them, because I think that's what the generation is doing now. They kind of they mix
and match their music so much. It's so hard to buy an album.
Yeah, so I think what you're doing is you're doing it smart. So heads off to you, and and to the young generation, like you really came during the era where you girls had to spit. Like
you had to. Yeah. There was no looking cute in your video. You had to come with some hot lyrics and to make the dudes be like, "Dang, that's what's up."
Yes.
Yeah, like you.
Oh, I miss those days. I miss them so.
Well, I mean, I'm glad to see you back doing your thing because, like I said, during that era, it was only like you. I think the Brat was still doing her thing, but she was going through a rough phase with So Def. Trina was.
Yeah, and Remy Ma.
Yeah, Remy Ma. Did she end up going to jail? Trina's still been out here holding it on, so Trina's still been doing her thing. But lyrically, when we start talking about just lyrics, someone spitting good content, it was like you and the Brat at that moment. That was it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And that means a lot because a lot of people don't know that the Brat was the first female rapper to ever go platinum. I love saying that. I scream that. Because a lot of people try to call me a queen of Chicago, and I'll be like, no, that's not my title. No. The Brat will forever hold that with me. I can't take that away from her. She got that, and people need to always respect that and remember that. That's Chicago, baby. Oh my God, I love my city.
Yeah.
Well, people definitely have to realize that you are no newbie in this game, that you are a pioneer. So people definitely respect you coming back into the game because, like I said, there's not that many female rappers nowadays besides like Nicki Minaj, Lola Monroe. Like, there's not that many. So if you guys do a tour, you guys will sell out, I'm for sure.
Yeah, and it's actually also a large lack of camaraderie amongst the women.
Yep.
And that's my main thing. You feel me? When I'm saying like I've been here. People the people that know me know what I do. They know I'm a spitter. They know I can do that. So like I don't have to prove that no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I have to prove that. I just want to make good music and network and communicate with people in the industry and just have experiences that I can long remember. You know what I'm saying? But right now I'm at the ladies. I'm trying to make sure they understand that we can get so much more money together than apart. And once we do start doing it, ain't gonna be no looking back because it's gonna be all about that money. Watch.
Well, that's great. I'm glad. I'm glad you called into the show. We're definitely spinning your joints. People was loving them. The response has been great. Keep doing what you're doing. And when you hit them roads and that tour come, you got to come back and get on the show and let us know what's going on.
Oh man, I've been having my best shows out there. I can't wait to get back out there. So thank you so much, man. If y'all got promoters that's out there trying to reach me, hit me on my Twitter. I'm on there every day. It's at Shawnna Music. We will come through and rock your spot, baby.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. We here on the Good Time Show. Keep it locked. We'll be right back.